Yo, 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 yo. Santana, man, bro. It's been a long weekend. I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you that, bro.
yeah, it has been.
Right? It's been a long weekend. I apologize. We were we were on track. We were on five, and then you're like, man, I'm running a little late, and me, I fucking took a nap, and it was a good nap. I woke up and I was slobbering. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? But man, I want to apologize, bro. I'm having but we're gonna be all right. We're gonna take care of this. We're gonna be like, man, we got next weekend. On next weekend, we're gonna make up for it with San Antonio Productions, man. So I really, really do appreciate you. Santana made this beat live in the Bone Zone. Oh, I forgot it. Let me turn on this damn light. There you go, sir. There you go. Now we can see Santana. All right, so Santana made this beat. Obviously, it kind of explains itself that made this beat. Oh, so you make beats, right?
Yes,
I'm sure
sir.
you do more than that. You're not just a beat maker. People, behind the scenes. We're talking about people behind the scenes. People that uh, make the beats. Mix the beats. That it, different things. Just when it comes to a beat, right?
Oh yeah,
Let's
yeah,
get this mic right here.
closer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
More this whole damn table. Yeah, that's up. Yeah, we'll just do that.
All right, all right.
There we go. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
All right, all right. Yeah, man. Santana made this beat. We live.
Yeah,
Big Sam heard.
we're here, man. I just took a little nap. Damn you, Celeste. Earlier, she brought me beer, and I was chilling, and then King San he came through, and I was smoking some hemp, and
It was a
yeah,
good.
I want to be a rock star, right? I want to be a fucking rock star. But it is what it is. I do appreciate you, man. I hate when this thing goes off, and then let's see. There you go, damn video. All right, we do have people watching us. Much love to y'all, whoever is watching and showing us love. Thank you very much. Santana made this beat. So obviously you love music.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love
What
it.
are your inspirations when it comes to music? Not necessarily just when it comes to for like people are like, oh, I like Dr. Dre. Like more than just when it comes to the beat, like just people overall that just like somebody that really, really is inspirational to you, that not necessarily is like just a producer, but just somebody in general that is they can own the whole label, they can whatever the case may be, bro. Just people that really, really inspire you. I got cut.
Nah, you're good. Honestly, I didn't really look up to anybody, bro. Like I didn't really get inspired by any artist. I did listen to them, but I just didn't get inspired by them. I just went into it because before, when I was younger, yeah, I would want to be an artist, which was write the lyrics, start rapping or start being an R&B singer or stuff like that. But then I don't know. You know how parents are. They see you doing that kind of stuff and they're just like, no, you're not gonna do that. You're not
You
gonna.
pinche huerco.
Yeah, yeah, And so that kind of stopped me from being an artist. So then, like maybe I could say like years later, bro. Like when I was already like at my mom's house, doing doing my own thing, paying bills, doing other
Yeah.
stuff that we gotta do.
All right. So we're on Facebook.
Um,
Shut up on that. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
are you good? You good? I don't know. I I met some new people, along the way, and we started chilling. I would see them freestyle. I would try to go at it too, freestyle also with them, but it wasn't really. I felt like it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nah, I can't be doing this. I would always be focusing on the beat. I'll be listening to it and I'll just be like, I think I can do this. I know I could make this beat check because I would like some beats and I wouldn't like some other beats that would come on. And so I would be like, this is what we need to do to change this. This is what I need. Maybe if they would have done this, it would have sounded a lot more better. If they would have had this melody, it would sound way better than what it already does. And so I could say what inspired me was just listening to beats, you know, and I was just like, I could do something better, I could create something my way.
Yeah.
And so I just started going up. I started thinking about making beats.
When was the first time you made a beat? Like when you like your first beat you ever made? Where were you at? Like,
I was I was I had just got out of work and I told my wife I was just like, let me download FL Studio. And she was like, yeah, go for it. But it's just a free trial, so I'm not gonna,
yeah.
I'm not gonna spend no money on it right now. So I'm gonna just try the free trial. And so I tried it out and downloaded it to my computer. And this was like about 3 years ago. I could say almost 4 years. I can't say exactly what day it was or what date, but it was like 3 to 4 years ago. And when I downloaded it, I just started messing with my keyboard, the keys on the FL Studio, and I was just like, dun, dun. So I just like started messing with it. I was just like, let me create this melody off scratch, not samples, because a lot of people do like samples. A lot of beat makers use samples, but I was just like, let me do it out from scratch. Let me, like I said, create my own wave, my own sound.
Yeah.
And I just went off from there, bro. It just went off from there.
I feel you. Like when an artist, they're like, man, I got this banger, bro, but I don't have a beat, and then they spit their song for you. Can you like they spit it a few times? Can you make a beat off of hearing what they say?
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
do that. Yeah, we've done that so many times. The artists that I'll be working with, we get into the studio, and I'll be like, let me listen to what you got, and they're just like, okay. So they start, reading their lyrics because a lot of them do write, and most of them do. A lot also do freestyle, so it's half and half. So when I start listening to them, I'm just like, okay, while they're freestyling or reading their lyrics, I start building the beat. I start just going off and okay, let me do this. Let me make this melody sound like follow. How can I say their flow? Yeah, go for it. Their flow. You know, and I've started doing that a lot lately, and it's been working out. It's been working out for me. That's how I actually did start, actually, because I had a lot of friends that were, like I said, freestyling. So
There we go.
I had a lot of friends that were freestyling, and of course, yeah, at that time we were smoking in the car and stuff like that. But that was before when I was making before I was making beats. But when I started making the beats, they would start freestyling, and I would just like start creating a beat. And then I'm not gonna say my beats were like good at that point, but I was learning to at least to start making a sound like the way these big producers be going at it, or beat makers actually.
Yeah.
And so um, I started going from there. Just going from there, listening to the artist freestyle, and then start creating the flow with their freestyle.
So tell me a little bit about San Antonio Productions, the people that are associated with it, down to this gentleman with the nice camera that's taking pictures for you. He also does he double up as a bodyguard too, or just strictly just taking pictures? I know people, they see your size and they're like, oh, is that your bodyguard? It's one of those things. But when you're in the industry, man, and people start to get to know you, then sometimes you have to have people like that,
Oh yeah.
like bodyguards. Of course, you have like your cameraman. You have people that you work with. So some of those people that you work with, who are some of those people that you work with? If you want to shout them out, either they're in front of the camera or behind the camera, just people that you couldn't get San Antonio Productions going with unless you had those people with you, those key ingredients.
The people, I'm gonna tell you this: people come and go, bro.
Yeah.
Lot of people come and go,
Okay.
And I can say San Antonio Productions is it's just starting because we still got a long journey. So you have to like pick and choose the right the right people.
Yeah, that's the conversation live right now on Facebook. We do have people watching on Facebook, so those are just the comments. I like to uh, tap them and they pop up on the screen for a bit. But thank you very much, those people that are watching right now live. Um, I took a little nap. At least I woke up. Shit, yeah. Like people like telling this girl, "Am I at the right place?" But man, I thank you very much. It's a privilege, of course. You're my. Well, I did have a gentleman, R.L. Moores. He does create music. He doesn't necessarily have like a whole, you know, label and a whole artist and stuff like that. He's a let's say smaller type producer and stuff, but he's a cool cat. We had a nice episode with him, chopped it up with him. But this whole thing where you actually have artists, right? You have artists, so a few of them, three of them actually are gonna be. I'm gonna be up and I'm gonna be on time for that. Um, when you let's say have see these artists like do they come to you or do you like go after them and are like, man, I see you. I want you with San Antonio Productions. Like, what is like the whole thing with like I never really like um as an artist, I don't really know how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like how you actually get uh into like a label and stuff like that. Just like I know they're independent, like, oh, I'm independent, and that's what you guys still are. You're independent.
Independent, yes, sir.
But you're like kind of like, are there any other the guys signed to any certain like contract, or is it like, well, you said they come and like people come and go, like, is it one of those things like, you know, you're here, you want to make music with us, we're doing the damn thing, or some people they like, oh, this record label like actually like let's say offered me this and that, and like it's like we're small, we're starting off,
Yeah.
Like this right here, where we're small, we're starting off, and hell, if like a damn TV station or radio station were like, hey man, we like your podcast, can we have the Bone Zone like on a at like an actual radio station,
Yeah,
and shit
man,
like that,
that'd be
like
dope.
I would be like, shit, show me the money.
Yeah,
Like, this money right here, this is all that prop money. But we're ready. Like for when it happens, we do the whole manifestation where we want to make sure that we actually see what we're walking. Like we're just not just all walking in the dark, all mental. Like, oh, we keep on walking this way. Like we have a goal to where we want to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for now with you, like how do you feel? How comfortable are you? Especially like knowing that there's so many artists in the city. How comfortable with you are the people that you make music with?
Oh, I'm very comfortable, brother. Uh, when we first started, like I said, many people do come and go. When we first started, it was like 8, 9 artists, man. And well, I'm a very how can I? Because I say I manage and then I produce and then I engineer. So I got a lot of things going on my plate. And I really with the artists, I was being real selective when I first started. I was being real selective, and some, like I said, were friends. Some were people that just I met along the road, and then some people were just like were mentioned to me about like, oh, like for example, J Bad, he was one that I know his brother, and his brother was like, hey, my bro can rap, man, and he's going at it, and I was just like, Let me go ask him. Hey, bro, you wanna start working with me? But at that time, it wasn't. San Antonio production wasn't. How can I say?
Wasn't born yet.
Yeah, it wasn't born yet. It wasn't born yet, bro. Yeah. The other artists that I had also at that time, it wasn't born yet either.
Yeah.
It was just like when I got the artists that were I was comfortable with. That's when I was just like, okay, let me start making the name, for us. And it wasn't just like it was a name for the label, yes, but it wasn't a name because I wanted the artist to be, J Bad. We not had some other artist named King Dutch. I wanted it to, people to know King Dutch. Um, there was another artist named 19.5 Ransom. And I wanted him to know that, hey, this is 19.5 Ransom, but yeah, he works with San Antonio Productions,
Yeah.
And so that's what um, that's what. Also, I was like, let me start making a label. Let me start. I want to start making this legit. I want to start making us legit. I want to start when they see us. Oh, okay, man, he's working with San Antonio Productions, and that's J Bad 210. And and I also wanted to start managing. So that's why I was like, let me get these artists together. How can I go about how can I say making just a name for the promoting the brand and the managing also so like if they ask the artist, well, who's managing your music or who's managing your stuff, who's managing you, and they're gonna say San Antonio Productions. They're gonna have a name that they could represent, promote or and say like, okay, yeah, he's the one that's helping me and stuff like that. From contract, uh, there there is a contract with a few of the artists, but the reason that there is a contract is because uh, I have distribution. So I wanted to make sure like, okay, we're gonna get the distribution going. I want to make sure y'all gonna have music being consistent with y'all's music.
Yeah.
Hey, if I want you to come to the studio, hey, you need to come to the studio.
They're just gonna drop one hit, and you're like, I'm gonna just live off of that one hit.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
I wanted them to at least know like, okay, if I sign this contract, that it's gonna push them to make more music. It's gonna have a reason for them to keep pushing more music because like, oh man, this is how can I say? I wanted to be professional.
Yeah.
Professional. So
Well,
like,
it's a business, right?
Yeah, it's a business.
You treat
Yeah,
like a business. Like, let's say when you get hired somewhere, you got to do all your paperwork for like taxes, and then you do like disagreements and like harassment, and you do like the whole drug policy.
Yeah.
You're signing papers, but it's like you're signing some type of a contract. It's not like you're signing like with the record label. You're like, or you're like, oh, you had to put out a certain amount of records. That's different, when you give work a job, because some jobs are like, well, you have to. Well, most places they'll fire you if you don't have like a certain standard, and they're like, well, we can fire you within your first 90 days. That's happened to me a bunch of times when you get a job and then you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I got the job.
Yeah.
But then now you're gonna actually work the job.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the whole thing with the contract. Like like even though like you sign something, yeah, you are obligated to do stuff, but that's what you agreed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you came to him and he said, "Motherfucker, I'm gonna make you do this shit." Like you didn't put a gun to nobody's head and say, "Hey man, maybe like they understand your mind. They understand what you're trying to do. They love your music. First of all, that's one of the things. Of course, like me personally, I'm not gonna sign to something where like I'm a rapper, but then I sign my ass to a country label. Like I'm not gonna go do no shit like that.
Yeah.
My baby, they're gonna be like, oh, first, this and that. But I see you have J Bad 210. We also got Zelo and Reject.
Yes, sir.
Any other fellows that well, you said King.
Okay, yeah, King Dutch was one
King
of.
Dutch.
I want to say King Dutch. He wasn't signed or anything like that, but he was an artist that I've known before I built this. Before I started saying, okay, this is Santana Productions. Um, he was he's a good friend. You know, he's a great friend. He's
Yeah.
one a day, you could say like a day one, pretty much. You know,
Okay, bet. And he understands the whole business part of everything.
that's where it starts. That's where it starts getting these artists like maybe I don't know how can I say pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like okay, if I have to sign this, then it's like like it's gonna pressure. It's I don't know how can I say it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You feel obligated. Well, you are obligated
Yeah.
because if not, then you breach a contract, and then you can take them to court, and hell, you can sue them for something that they probably don't even have. Like when you get that money, motherfucker, send it to my house. Like you don't even look at
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's one of those things. Tina Turner. How did Tina Turner end up playing? Anyways, I love Tina Turner. All right, so we're here live in the Bone Zone. I have artists. I have producers. My whole thing is um, just to have as many people as possible because we all have different backgrounds. We all have different stories of why we drive so hard to whatever we do in life. You do producing, managing. You do mixing, the mixing, and probably everything that has to
Mixing,
do.
yeah, mixing, mastering, produce the beat, and managing, and then I could say distributing the artist's music. You know, is that part of managing? I could say.
Yeah, that's part of like could be probably well maybe part of distribution, managing, yeah, everything. Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you do a lot of that stuff, like these artists, they most definitely appreciate you. We need people like you. Here on this podcast, I talk about life, death, everything else in between. I was like, why the hell isn't it showing? But I never changed it from the.
Like those right here, man. The one with the camera.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, we've been talking for a minute. Um, and I was looking at the moment that when because he did I don't remember if you messaged me or I messaged you, bro. What was it? You messaged me, right? I had because I had reject. I had told reject, hey, create me this little flyer, man, because we need a videographer, right? Because making music videos is expensive, you know, it's very expensive, and
Yeah.
a lot of these camera guys, but videographers, they charge like 400, 500, and sometimes it comes where they do the deals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it would help out a lot if we have a camera guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And especially if we're gonna help him also promote him. Because he is gonna be working constantly shooting the music videos, you know what I'm saying? So him putting his work out there is promoting himself, and we're helping each other. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It all comes full circle when it
Yeah,
comes
full
to
circle.
because like when you're telling your people about your music video, they're gonna be like, "Damn, who'd you use? Who's the one that helped you edit? Who's the one that helped you did this? Who's the one that helped you did that?" And then like, of course, like somebody can see your shit and they can go steal the idea and go have somebody else do it and straight up copycat that shit.
Hmm.
But sometimes it's best to get it when it's the real deal, when it has that stamp of approval, when it says San Antonio Productions. Bam, you gotta have it. Some artists, besides the artists that you work with, who are some artists that you already have uh, done something for when it comes to making their music, like a beat for them or anything like that?
Um, I was on for a couple of years. I was stuck in my shell, bro. So I was just like the artists that I'm working with the artists who are down with SAP with San Antonio Productions is not who I'm gonna focus on. You know, like I'm just gonna make the beats for them and nobody else. And I wanted my beats to be brought out when the track was made already. So like I didn't want to upload it anywhere and somebody be like, "Oh, I heard that beat before," and stuff like that. I wanted to be heard when the artist already finished it and put it out there, you know. And so I was really just stuck on my shell and just keeping it just within the circle, you know, within SA production, whoever wanted to work with SAP. And so maybe like I could say 4 or 5 months ago, I was just like, I gotta, get out there,
Yeah.
really, and
Well, you're out there right now. Right now, we are, of course, on my podcast, my platform. And I want to thank you for coming on, of course.
yeah.
So that is the part of it. You've been on a podcast already before?
No, actually, this is my
No?
first one,
All
bro.
right, well, that's what's up, man. Thank you. And this, I get no offense for people are like, oh, this is my first podcast. This is my first podcast. Because, hell, if it's one of those things that might help for future episodes that you might be on different other podcasts, at least you have this under your belt where you'll be able to, man, you know what? I can feel a little more comfortable, this and that. Maybe you show up late because you're like, nah, don't be like me, bro. I was late to my own damn fucking podcast. But at the end of the day, we get it done. We get the job done. And that's something that I want to thank you for even wanting to, even considering wanting to be on my podcast and also having some of your artists on as well. And we're gonna have them on, of course, next week. Those gentlemen, we got J Bad Saturday at 4, and then we got Zelo at 5. And then, of course, that's day after at 5. Is it 5 o'clock? I gotta check again, but we're gonna have Reject.
Yeah, Reject. Yeah.
I like how he wears the mask.
Oh yeah.
I asked him, "Are you gonna wear the mask during the episode?" And he said, "I wear it everywhere."
Yeah.
So
everywhere, bro.
So
it could be hot. It could be cold. It could be.
What about, like, I'm gonna ask him, like, what about when you go to a restaurant and you're eating or something, like, does it take it off then? But I'm gonna have him answer that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be here when the artists, with the artists when they come back, or are they gonna come back by themselves?
Yes, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna try my best to be here on the times. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do better. It's just, I got comfortable and stab you. But either way, it happens to the best of us. I do appreciate you for understanding, for being patient with me. So some songs that you produce right now, we got this track playing in the back.
This one's unique.
Actually, so this one is shot by Mad Explorers.
Yeah, it's Mad Explorers. Yeah.
Okay, so no San Antonio production, no relation with that gentleman. Like when it comes to like working, right? Like, but he does, like other people work. We all work all with each other. It's not like you only specific. Like, do you have he's a director, right?
Yeah, he's a director. Yeah.
Yeah, like, do you have a director under your belt with the San Antonio production?
Well, that's where Dose comes in, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's where Dose comes in. You know what I'm saying? That's when we were looking for a director. We had did a little flyer. We posted it, and we're like, hey, we're looking for a videographer because, like I said, we work with Mad Explorers. We also worked with shout out to Ozzy from Austin. Okay. He's from here, from San Antonio, but right now he's in Austin. But Ozzy was the very first guy that we were working with our music videos, and then we ended up meeting Mad Explorers through J Bad, and then we shot a music video with Mad Explorers, but the artists at the moment that were in the video didn't like it. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. They didn't like it, but that's where we still came back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gotta go back to Mad Explorers. We didn't drop the music video actually, and we're just like, we gotta go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least shoot a music video with him and try, keep on going. And then when like I said, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
For the music videos, and that's where we're like, okay, let's put out that flyer. That flyer, we put it out, and that's when those messaged, and he was like, hey, I'm down with it, man. Let's go. Like, I'm down for the ride. And I was just like, okay, shoot, that's what's up, bro. Like, that's the how do you say, motivation we need. That's the
kicking ass to like to wake up.
Yeah, to wake up. Like,
oh boy, like that's I like that, man. Like, I see the like, of course, watching the music videos of the artists. I see, of course, like the logos. I see how it said man. That's why I wanted to bring that up. He was watching with I had Celeste at noon earlier, watching with her, and then King San. He was here at 2:10.
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of people, a bunch of artists that work together. It's nice because we talk about the city of San Antonio coming together. Let's say like working together and wanting to like just
Network.
network, and of course like just everybody be able to say like, man, it's not all about what side of town you're from. It just matters that you're representing, that 210, and you're doing it proud from whatever side of town you're from. Some people are like, man, I love the west side more than you love the east side. And they're like, no, but I love the south side more than you love the north side. Like, like I want it to be something like that, where it's like, what, that's a good thing, where you want to show love to your side, but all sides is something where we're going to be able to really, really uh, make the city of San Antonio blow up when it comes to the music with the artists, because it's important. Like, the gentleman D Baby, I don't know if he's from Houston. I believe he's a Houston. Celeste Rio, she was talking about how she really, really likes his whole uh, work ethic and a lot of things like that. And then like for somebody to out of town, like you try to get a hold of somebody, and then other people are like, well, I'm local. Why aren't you trying to get a hold of me here? Like, it's like, well, obviously I'm focused on something, but then what you want to do is you gotta let other people know, like, you know what, this is where I want to set the bar with these type of people, but we're gonna have everybody on, like both things in harmony. They're my go to when it comes to music, but I do want to have as many people that I can on. I want for people to just enjoy these episodes whenever they're on. That's mainly what we do it for. Man, so music like let's listen to a little bit of this.
Hey, bitch, I've been doing me all up in the studio. I ain't fucking with these hoes trying to get rich with my bros. Bitch, I've been doing me. Hey, yo, we serving all these fiends. Yeah, I'm the quickest to get that cheese. I've been doing me. I ain't switching lanes, niggas with the pole, Lord. Yeah, they changing on their game. Yeah, bitch, I've been doing me. Hey, I'm still caught jerking.
Earns Warner.
Like, nigga, what's happening? I've been
but
doing
for short, Earns, he's pretty good rapper, he's pretty good. He was, when I first met him, he was just like freestyle.
Yeah,
he would just freestyle a lot.
That's how he would do.
Yeah, it's freestyle. And then he started listening to my, like, he would come to the studio and he would just want to freestyle. But then like I was like, try writing, bro, see how that works. And he was like, but I can't do it. And I was like, just try it. And then he was just like, one day he just started he hit me up, because I make the beats and then I send them out to them, and then they would write to it. Okay. Before they would just come in and then freestyle. And then when I sent him those beats, he was like, damn, I think I sound a lot more better when I write. And I was like, where he just flows a lot more. Yeah. Like, how can I say? He could see what he's saying instead of just like
it sounds more like freely, like he just like, it's like sometimes when people can see the road, they're more comfortable.
Yeah.
But when it's like when you're fucking foggy, you're like, you slow down. At least I do shit. I'm like, I hate driving, so it's one of those things. But I understand what you mean by that. Like the freestyle, you it's just bam off the dome, and then But if you write, you can always go back and you know what, this word sounds better, and there
I could change up this. I could change it. Yeah. I could say a story about this instead of just like, because I'm not gonna lie. Some people can't freestyle, right? But then there's always a word that they use
too much
frequently. Yes. And that's where the writing kicks in, like you gotta sometimes write that way so you don't have that word or those 2-3 words that you keep constantly saying in your freestyle pop up, and so that's where the writing kicks in, that way so you could change that at least, and then maybe later on you don't have to write no more, like you're really like, okay, I don't, and that that habit goes away. You know, like the 1 or 2 words that you keep on saying in that freestyle, it goes away after a while. You know, that's what I think. Like, I don't know.
That's true, man. Because you see something and you're always like, bitch. You're like, bitch.
Yeah. Or you just like you say bitch, right? You say, and then you say switch, and then you say bitch right after again. You're just like you already said that in the
At
other.
least say it in like a different song.
Yeah.
I understand on that, and it's one of those things where, like when we, as somebody that just listens to the music, we don't really critique that much as, let's say, somebody that creates music, because then they look at it like in the artist part, the artist side of what is being said, and they're like, oh, I would have said this instead. But us as like just a fan, maybe they want to hear, they're like bitch, 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 and like for some people, like that repetitive. Sorry guys, we're live, right? That repetitiveness and certain ones, like I understand. Like some people do it because it's purposely done, or some people just do it because that's actually how they talk. They're like, bitch, you know what I'm talking about, bitch? Like, bitch, the other day, bitch, I was over there, bitch, and then we went over there, bitch, and then we hit over here, bitch. I was like, damn, bitch. And I saw my bitches, and those bitches saw the other, like,
it's
like, it's all right. Music, for me, it's really, really important, because it helps us express ourselves in ways that we can't necessarily do it by just, oh, hi, hello, how are you doing today? But with our music, we can express it in certain ways, whether we have like a happy song, or it's like a sad song, or it's like an emo type, song. Of course, like the beats that you make, you adjust that to whatever is because I know you're talking about that when you do the songs, that maybe the guys, they have a song already made, and then maybe it's like a sad type song, and then you just go like that, like how to adjust to the type of song, right? So that's really dope, that man, that you can do that, because not a lot of producers and not a lot of beat makers.
Try to be versatile.
Like not a lot of them can do that. Like some ones are like, oh, I can make this type beat all day, but when it comes to something that, like, let's say I personally need, it's like, oh, I can't be there. I'm like, oh, well, what the fuck are you good for? Like, the fuck, you should be able to go out all around. You're supposed to, especially when you hear fucking notes all day. You should be able to hear it and recognize the melodies when people are rapping, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or whatever the fuck, and then you be able to. Like, what the fuck? Like, like we all seen Hustle and Flow. Oh, dude, when he's like, can I say forward? Or like all that shit. Like, but still in real life, it's, it takes time, of course.
It takes
beat,
time.
Right?
Like
how long does it take?
From scratch, it takes since I already have 2 or 3 years, I could say it's gonna take me now like 30 minutes to an hour to complete the whole beat, to get it down and going. And then, because it works both ways. I could listen to the artist, what they got, or I could start making the beat and the artist will start writing to it. So it works both ways, And sometimes the artist would have to adjust to the way I'm making the beat.
And that's just like a beat per, what is the words? Beat per word per minute?
Oh, beat per minute?
Yeah, beats per minute, yeah.
And so like I would just like sit down, I'll start making a beat, and then they're like, okay, I like that sound, and I like this, the way you're making it, and then, okay, all right, then I like the way you're going with this, so let me start writing with it. Because as soon as I start making a melody, they'll start writing. They'll start writing.
How many times does it take you to go back again and read? Like you're doing something and you're like, oh man, no, say it like this instead. I think it sounds better. Or like, use this key. I think it might sound better. Like, how long does it take for you to get like a track, like each track, like perfect?
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah, to like, you know what, this is it. We're going to distribution now.
Not even that long, bro. I could say it takes like 10 minutes. Maybe I can say that. Cause like I'll make one melody. I'll make and then make the second one. Shut, make it flow with the first one, and then I'm just like, man, I feel like it's missing something. Or sometimes the artists, the guys they'll be working with me. They'll be like, oh, it's not. They don't need nothing. I'm just like, yeah, it does need something.
Yeah.
Like it's missing like a third melody, bro. Like it's missing something. That way, so I could be able to change up the beat throughout the song.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's what it needs. Sometimes, yeah, okay, like the beat, if it sounds the same throughout the whole song, okay, right? The artist will be like, okay, yeah, it sounds good, I like it. And then as soon as they get on the artist gets on the track, it sounds way different. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I didn't need to add another melody. And you're like, I told you, man. So it takes a team. It takes a team for I guess the beat to start working out and stuff like that. And then there's there's other artists. Like I said, I really was just staying in the circle. San Antonio, whoever was working with me. But there was these artists that I started sending out beats to, and they're just like, man, your beats are different, bro. Like they're unique, they're challenging.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I know that, bro. Just like, I don't know, different wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just a different wave, or just different sound that I'm trying to create here, bro. And they're just like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna try and go for it. And I'm just like, all right, then let's do it. Let's get it.
That's what's up.
Well,
on some of the comments, just like the last one, we got asshole. I don't know who this person is, but still, it is what it is. Either way, we're here. We do our job. Regardless of people that support us or don't support us. That's gonna be there. There's always gonna be people that are like, oh, I don't know who the fuck that person is. Who gives a fuck? I don't know who the fuck you are, so shut the fuck up. Like, nobody gives a shit about you, bro. Like, for real. Like, we all are here, all doing our own fucking job, minding our own fucking business. So, mind you, just shut the fuck up and watch like a fucking fan you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like, that's one of the things. Like, we're all just trying to do our thing, do our job, and then we get stupid ass people like that in the comments. And it's one of those things, like, they call them trolls, but really, either they're just, somebody that knows me personally or knows personally, but still, and the good old www on Facebook, anybody can watch and they can just be like, oh, fuck this guy. Oh, fuck this guy. I don't know who that is. Like,
all I can say is like, because I don't hate on nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can say that, like, now he knows who I am. You know what I'm saying? Now he knows who I am. So
well, just look me up, 1.3 million subs. I can smell you guys are I can smell you. I can smell you guys are a broke. Okay. Well, it is what it is. This person was watching on the King Sand video too. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. We'll do this real quick.
King Sand's doing pretty good, man.
Yeah, King Sand, he is doing his thing. But we went ahead and just blocked that guy because we don't have time for this shit. So what we do here is just pretty much show love. Oh, now I can't get that comment off of the screen. I can't get it off of the screen, but whatever. Yeah, it's all good. That's love, right? But yeah. So the music was
still,
right,
so real,
playlist is already over.
it's on the map now.
Other songs we're gonna do that. Next week, when we come back, I do want to talk more, of course, with you and then with the artist. Of course, to make up for my late emancipate.
If you look up Santana MTB, I would have another.
We've been killing shit. That's why the mic
Yes, sir. There's other artists on
we
there.
the ghost of this shit. It's time to celebrate. In my vault, I got money that's older than TD Jakes. Watch your mouth, little bitch. Better stay in your place.
All right, yeah. I didn't even know you had that.
Yeah, that one was before I made the San Antonio Productions.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, well, let's set this straight a little bit. So growing up, you from San Antonio?
Yes, sir. I'm from San Antonio. West side of San Antonio.
Bit. That's what's up. You know, we try to just make sure that whatever we do here in the city of San Antonio, it's, you know, all in love. You know, we get people that they're like, oh, I got 1.4 million subs. Like, what the fuck is he doing watching something like this? Like, yeah, unless you're like trying to like discover new talent or whatever the fuck, then like, you know, but either way, people they like to talk shit because they're just fucking bored, yo. A lot of people they like to, you know, run their mouth because they're bored. Me, that's why I started this podcast. I was like, man, it's COVID, I'm bored. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna talk shit. I don't give a damn. You know, sometimes I'm here by myself and I just talk to the camera on my t-shirt.
Oh, you're gonna like Daybad, bro. When Daybad comes on, you're gonna like Daybad.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a character.
Yeah, he's a good character.
Yeah. He goes by J-Bad Fuego, right?
J-Bad 210 and Fuego is his
alter ego.
Yeah.
How you say you love me, I hate me, I can't
how do you say it?
Alias, you know, like an alias.
No, not an alias. It's his
I really got the chopper.
Persona. Yeah, it's Persona. Yeah, Fuego.
Lullaby before you make your mama cry. Yeah, now homicide. Speaking about my name. Pussy nigga know we gon' slide.
This right here.
Yeah, you know we gon' slide.
Baby Tone. He's one that. He's real good. He's real good, man.
Where's he from?
He's here from San Antonio, also from the west side. I could say Lincoln Courts. Lincoln Court, baby.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Lincoln Court. Shout out to Austin Street, yo. I lived there in like 88. I was young, man, and then we went to Victoria Park. But, you know, that's not that far from here, so.
Yeah, not that far.
So still, shout out to the west side. All sides,
y'all. Stack it up, nigga, man. Bitch, that's the plan. Oh, nigga, throw any endeavor. Beat the boys game, man. I do it better. Yeah, I'm finna go get some bands. Stack it up, nigga, man. Bitch, that's the plan. Oh, nigga, throw any endeavor. Beat the boys game, man. I do it better. Yeah,
for a long time.
Catch me, I'm moving that pad.
Yeah.
Bitch, man, I'm up in the trap. Shooters, they shoot that.
He's a good freestyle.
Hey, he snapped.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ask about me. Hey, nigga, man,
that was another one that.
I ain't no play around me.
I will see him freestyle different beats on
YouTube. Fuck that nigga, man. Now he a hoe. Broke the code.
I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can make a beat for you.
Ain't trusting no nigga. Ain't trusting no hoe.
Get the music going. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't like how an artist use YouTube beats.
I'm finna go get some bands. Stack it up, nigga, man. Bitch, that's the plan. Nigga, throw any endeavor. Beat it, boys, game, man.
Yeah, and that's what that distribution kicks in because like when you use a random beat from YouTube,
nigga, throw any endeavor. Beat it, boys, game, man. I do it better. Yeah, step out that shower, I'm doing my dance. But that little bitch, I ain't trying to hold hands. Bust me and nothing is back to the plan. Break down the pack in the van. Oh, there you go. Stand again.
There you go. It doesn't let you get copyrighted.
Like, damn, I did all that work.
Yeah, for nothing. Yeah.
That's always try to be original. I try to do your own thing and, you know, create your own certain distinctive sound. That's something that's important. So, yeah, man, I'm excited for next week. We're having J-Bad 10 on. We got Zelo, and then also Reject is gonna come through, man.
Hopefully we get the other artists. I just we get other artists too, and hopefully we get them on also.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely here. You know, if I don't answer the door, just not. If I don't answer my phone, just knock. You're like, hey, Steve, I know you're there, man. But yeah, bro. I do want to thank you. We are going to be hitting them with that Deuce apple juice right now. You know, we're at about like 50 minutes.
Okay, okay.
You know, we were on for a bit. I don't know what's gonna
Walk with the devil, I'm
what we're gonna do.
up on the devil. I'm ready for signs to be cooked in the ghetto. I'm rocking my soul as I hip and I hype in the middle. Middle is hot, cinematic on the spot. Trying to be making the movie on separate lots. Mutilated like a Terminator and I'm terminating.
Record label
Production for you. Do have lots
Yeah, I would never have a doubt.
I'm sure
Yeah,
want to get you back on.
about.
So this is Reject, right? A little bit of
Yeah, that's Reject. Yeah, he's
I ain't a hero, but I got the audience. I got no powers and I am anonymous. I got no face in the face of the border.
I really tried to.
And I'd rather have nothing. I'll be all alone because I'll never
Reject.
more. Like some bitch, not ready for more.
His
I got
his style, yeah. I mean, it was really hard, but I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Down to the floor.
I got it.
Take a minute to eliminate the bullshit, make the good. You see me rolling up as I'm hyping up. Why you wrong shit? Depending on where I'm hyping up with. No corruption, no cooperation. None of that. You best not mistake. You best better not try not to fake it. So if you do, I'ma fucking break it. Fuck you, fuck that motherfucker, you'll break it. I'ma take you to the dead end. I'ma do one right in your head. I'ma blast you down with your dead. So to talk about what I said, I'll leave the dead side of your head.
like a game, like a in Mario, like one of the stages in Mario where you're
I
like,
have an evil identity.
I never thought about
The
that.
person I'm living, the curse, and I hope to be doing this shit. So I'm saying, you're gonna be seeking a life that's ahead of me. I hope that you know what I said.
yeah, man, that's the stuff. Well, I do want to listen to some more. We're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna get down on that. You know, throughout the next weekend. It's going to be fun. I'm going to continue to listen to more of this music and just check it out and have fun and spread, you know, the word for the city of San Antonio that we're out here making music, having fun, doing it as a family,
Yes,
you know, and that's one of the main important things as a family, to do things as a family and let people know that, you know, we're not here to destroy other people. We're here to, you know, there's enough for everybody to go around. You know,
Yes,
we're all
sir.
just trying to get our good old piece of the pie, if you will.
Yeah. Right.
And yeah, for everybody that is watching, for the guy that was talking shit, you know, hey, it's all good, man.
It's
That
all
must
good.
mean that we're doing something good.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue to do that. Yeah, he was on the last live, like, oh, you're a pussy or some shit. Like,
Oh, really?
he was saying that this is ass. I'm like, this shit is ass. I'm like, well, you're watching, so yeah. It was,
I mean, he must love your show. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't know who it is, man. I don't. We've been having so much shit with people threatening us, like, you're gonna die, motherfucker. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, okay, like, it's, I don't know, like, what the fuck, like, why the fuck so serious? Like, why are you so serious? Like, just have fun, live your life. Yeah, don't worry about what we're doing here. Just enjoy the content, and hopefully one day, you know, as a hater, you can be on the show too. You can, you know, if that guy that was watching, you know, if he wants to come and say that in person to me, then hell, that's more than welcome. More than welcome to. You know, we could be like, oh yeah, what's up? But I like to have fun, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
For sure.
Thank you, sir, as well for I want to see how that looks on that camera compared to, you know, what I have recording on. But hey, I use what I got. I use it, and it works, man. So my good sir, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Most definitely talk more about San Antonio productions, the music, the artists with those gentlemen all weekend. So I would like for you to come back with them. That way, you know, we can talk a little more, and still so more people can know that you know, as let's say managing them and whatnot, as you know, it's good for you to show up to all those, because then the artists know that, you know, they're not by themselves.
Yeah.
That they're here, especially if it's their first time on a podcast and whatnot. At least you can be like, I've been on a podcast before. You know what I'm saying? So even though it's the same one, but you already kind of know what to expect.
Be more comfortable. I'm gonna be more comfortable.
Yeah, me too. You know, and yeah, man, it'll be some fun. Thank you guys very much for watching. Much love. Oh, I didn't do this the whole thing. family, friends, family, boneheads, bitches, bitch ass hoes, hoe ass bitches, and bitch ass niggas. Because yes, Steven and Milk can be a bitch too. For Santana MTB, I was gonna say, I was gonna say make this beat, but then I was gonna abbreviate. For Santana, make this beat. Really on the board. Much love. Deuce, apple juice, guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Have a good one. Thank you.
Yeah.